Hello, this is Edgar Brown, back with another video, and I want to make this video a sequel to my thoughts on mgtow haters. I made a video not I think a day ago. I think it was a few days ago, but anyway, just getting to the point. Like I said in the first video, you mgtow brothers out there, you single people out there, single men out there in general. Um, the fact of the matter is, it is your choice whether you want to be or you want to remain single. I personally think, unless a man has his shit together, as far as, getting a good job, owning a vehicle and stuff like that, um, trying to be in a relationship should be the furthest from his mind. But even if you do achieve your goals, I think, in my opinion, men should remain single for a long, long time. I think the only time a man should ever get married is when he starts getting in his 60s and 70s. I think that would be a reasonable age to get married. But even by then, you don't have to get married to be happy. And like I said, I've had my friend was criticizing and questioning the mgtow lifestyle, like I said in the first video. And like I told him, and we've went back and forth about this, and I told him that just because your marriage, you have a decent marriage, that does not disprove the facts. That does not disprove the fact that the likelihood of a man getting divorced, it's a high probability in America because, like I said, women, just like men, are not what they used to be 50 years ago. Okay, and the divorce rate is so high. It's just, with the divorce rate being so high, it should discourage anyone for getting into a marriage. Okay, because it's like gambling in Las Vegas. The odds are stacked against you, meaning that there's a high probability you're gonna lose. Same thing applies to marriage. There's a high probability that whether you're a man or a woman, especially if you're a man, you're probably gonna experience divorce. And the fact is, the only reason a man should get married is if he plans on having a family, especially a large family. That's a good reason to get married. But the thing is, and like I said, as a single man, and especially as a mgtow man, and all you mgtow men out there, you guys, you guys are gonna definitely will have to combat people who are against the mgtow philosophy. Okay, you're gonna have to basically, you don't have to, but there's gonna come a time where you're gonna run into someone who's against your philosophy, and you may have to explain to them that this is not a movement against women. Okay, we mgtows don't hate women. What we don't like, or what we hate, is their nature. Okay, um, hatred's not good for the soul. Okay, and no one's saying that you're not allowed to hate anybody, but eventually it just starts eating away at you, and it's not good for your soul. But the one thing I hate toxic women. Okay, and a lot of women in America are toxic, and that's probably one of, if not the main reason why me and other mgtow followers don't want to get married. Because you know you sit there, and this is what a lot of women do. A lot of these women, these so-called American women, in a relationship, should probably fuck your brains, damn near every day. Okay, should probably fuck your brains damn near every day in the beginning before you get married. But then, as soon as you put the ring on, then that's when she wants to start getting stingy with the pussy, She's not doing that freaky stuff that she once did when before you guys get married. And this is what happens when when you decide that you want to put a ring on her finger. Men and women, everyone changes once that ring comes on. And the fact of the matter is, the likelihood of one of if the man or woman having an affair, it increases, especially what the sex what what how can I say this, when people are not having sex like they used to, the likelihood of an affair has a high probability. So there's a good chance that there's going to be some cheating involved. Okay, especially when there's another factor, children. Children also will play a factor as far as the husband and the wife having a decent or good sex life. Okay, so when you get married, whether it be especially if you're a man, those days of getting sex every day from your woman, you can kiss that goodbye, because basically now she has pretty much lured you into a trap. She's already got what she wanted. She got you to sign on the dotted line. And basically when you marry a woman, you no longer have the power. She has the power. She can divorce you anytime she feel like it. She could divorce you for little to no reason. And I've seen it firsthand where there were guys that were decent men to their wives, and they turned around and still the woman ended up divorcing them. Because if you think about it, statistically, women file 75% of the divorces. So if anyone that's afraid of commitment, I would argue women are afraid of commitment more than men are. Because look at the divorce rate. Okay, the divorce rate speaks for itself. That should encourage all single men not to get married. But at the end of the day, life is about choices. So if you one of those mgtows men out there that's the loneliness is killing you, and you want to finally tie the knot, my advice to you is to marry someone that's outside of America. Basically marry a foreigner. You don't want to marry an American woman, because I'm telling you, basically trying to find a good woman in America, or trying to find a good wife in America, is like trying to find Waldo on the lunchbox. You know what I'm saying? You see how challenging that is? It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. You're definitely going to have to dig through a lot of garbage to find a decent woman nowadays. But the fact is, as far as being single and want to be your own man and stuff like that, I think it's a great thing. But again, we still have to combat mgtow haters out there. And believe it or not, it's not just women that hate on mgtow, it's married men too. To me, I just think I think it's jealousy. In my opinion, I think it's jealousy. The fact that a lot of men are carefree. A lot of mgtow men, single men, are carefree. We don't have to answer nobody, but yet they do. I think it starts to eat away with them, that they miss being single men. But the fact is, and I even told my friend, you decided, you chose to get married. So fact of the matter is, and I even told him, you cannot do what I do. You're a married man. I'm single. I could pretty much do whatever the hell I want to do. Okay, and I don't have to answer to nobody. And that's the way I want to live my life. I don't want to live my life have to answer to a woman, have to tell her my whereabouts. I don't want to have to ask her permission to go hang with my homies and stuff like that. I don't want to live in a life of prison, because that's what marriage is. Marriage is prison. Okay, once you sign on the dotted line, and once you put a ring on that woman's finger, you are pretty much her bitch. Basically, you're gonna become the bitch, basically, because the fact of the matter is, she like I said, she could divorce you. She could take half, if not all, of your stuff. Okay, because the courts are going to feel like she has to live to a certain lifestyle. And just like in the other videos, like I said before, I don't believe that a woman should be entitled to live to a certain lifestyle. If marriage was truly about love, then why should a woman walk away with anything, during a divorce? But unfortunately, when you get married to a woman, and you decide whether you decide to divorce her or she decide to divorce you, there's a good chance that she is going to walk. She's not going to walk away empty-handed. So that's the likelihood that you're basically going to lose, if half, if not all, the very stuff that you worked hard for. You're going to lose half of your wealth. All right. So the high probability of you know going into divorce and losing half of your stuff is very high, especially if you are the breadwinner and you make more money than she does. And don't ever get married in California, because if you've been married to a woman for like 10 years, you are going to pay alimony until she dies or remarried. And like I said in the other videos, it just, from a business standpoint, it would be stupid to get remarried. But like I said, a lot of women marry for financial security. And the fact is, if you're a person that has financial status, if you're a man that's successful and you make good money, or you're a rich man, there are a lot of predators out there. And that's even more the reason, if a mgtow single man comes into a lot of money, that's even more the reason that a mgtow man, single man, should remain single. What else was I going to say? And I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, I just think that you're going to face criticism. You're going to face and another thing, that people try to say about mgtow men. Some haters assume that mgtow men are secretly gay, and that's another thing that irritates me. Okay, because if you want to go that far, you got married men, you got some gay ass motherfuckers that are married to women and have children, if you want to go that far. So that has nothing to do with being gay. It's just the fact that men like me and millions of other men, we just prefer to be single. We like to have our personal space. We don't want to answer to nobody. But we try to explain that to so many ignorant ass people out there who are against the movement. We try to explain this to them, and they still feel that we should give it a chance, or we should give it a shot. We shouldn't give up on women. And my thing is, I just like being alone. I love being alone. But to all you mgtow haters out there, keep your head up, and don't let anyone tell you that your philosophy is wrong, and don't let anyone tell you that you need to settle down or basically grow up, because the way I see it, you don't have to get married or have children to be a grown-up. Once you have a job and you have an income and you're paying your own bills and stuff like that, that's what makes you a grown-up. You don't have to have a family to be a grown-up. But like I said, I don't want to make this video too long. Don't follow what society tells you to do. You follow your own path. You make your own rules. Okay? But like I said, that's pretty much all I got to say. And I hope you guys stay safe and practice social distancing and wear a mask with you at all times in public. I will definitely make more videos concerning this. This is Zachary Brown. I am out.